So I woke up, they kept saying they hit me right here in the head, right there. And they keep saying, you got to get up, you got to get up. So I have this dark spot. You see that dark spot on my middle finger right there? You see it? So you can tell. You see that? Right there. Right on my middle finger. So they're upset because I'm not reacting the way they want. I have a video uploading. I have like a piece of skin sticking out on my lip, and they're like, "Why would you upload that? We wanted you to be a perfect lady." That's my point. Doesn't that show you exactly what they were trying to do to me? They were trying to hurt me to get me to do what they wanted me to do. So they even used an example that's in the news. I don't like to really talk about the news in connection to this, but I'll say in general, how there are people like them who, like they keep saying, groom people into doing, being what they need them to be, which is my point about them. They're manipulative people because they want you to do what they want you to do, and they want you to be a person that they want you to be, instead of either them being that thing themselves. Like all the examples, I have over 1,000 videos. I give you examples of what they're saying. Do they seem like perfect anythings? They're not. They're not. What they are very manipulative people. And I think what they thought was that they were going to be able to mold me. See, they say groom. Okay. But I think it's more mold. Mold me into what they wanted me to be. Create, or they say recreate, something that they must have had that I wasn't there for. The people that I know who are involved never had perfect anything. And I think that's the whole point. They never had the perfect lives that they pretended to have. And that's the difference. They said, oh, I was pretending to be something I'm not. Obviously, you guys have watched a lot of my videos. I am who I am. They aren't. So they wanted to create something that never existed. So they even acknowledged that the book that my professor wrote, where she used my name and likeness, really does sound exactly like me. We know it's me because it's my name. It was my professor. It was my name. It was written after I had her as a professor. So it's obviously me, but it's fiction. But it sounds exactly like me. So people who know me know, oh yeah, a petite, dark-skinned woman, attractive, kind of elfish looking. I guess I do kind of look like an elf. What was the other depiction of me? Oh, dressed a certain way, had her hair a certain way, then cut her hair off around the same time I cut my hair off. It is me. What was the other? Oh, asked like provocative questions, not in a sexual way, but thought-provoking. So it's me. But I think what happened with these people is that they couldn't accept that me, stayed the same, and I'm depicted just as I am now, and that I was that way. I was in college 91, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So in 1991 through 1995. So the life that I had is in a book. Do you get what I'm saying? So how much more proof can I fucking have that I am who I am? That's the point. The point is they're upset because I have some of my Madonna magazines from like 1985. I'm listing on eBay, and you can tell that I enjoyed those magazines. I looked through them. I read them. They clearly used, and they're upset. They're like, we thought it was better quality. That's my point with these folks. They wanted to make it seem like I didn't have a childhood. They called me a child prostitute. All these things out of nowhere. Whereas the proof is there. Everything that I've been and said over the last 49 years is obvious. So if I have to, they said, well, you keep proving it. Yeah. You know what? There's so much proof that I am who I am. And that they're not. So they're saying, you know, they never had anything perfect. Nothing about them is perfect. And that's my point. It's like I'm dealing with people who can't accept the reality of the world. And that's part of what I think happened to them over the years. The reality of the world just they couldn't accept it. And when I say it, it hurts their feelings. Well, why the hell would I care about their feelings? To me, they were never good enough. That's part of the problem. When they say, well, why didn't you want us anymore? That was it. They weren't good enough. I have standards. I wasn't going to, they said groom, or I would say mold. I wasn't going to mold myself to a lower standard. I wasn't. And I don't think any victim should. And I think that is part of what happens in life. That when these types of people try to mold you into what they want, their vision of perfection, if you settle, you're in for it. Because they take everything, they keep saying like wins and losses. They are those types of people. They are the people who think of everything as a win. So every time they say break, every time they break you, they consider it a win. And they just keep breaking and breaking and breaking. The breaking would never stop until you're dead. They're the types of people who will kill you. Thank you for watching.